And what I'd like to do at the midpoint now is give you a chance. I want to sit quietly for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I would like you guys to actually use the chat box, and I'm going to click it over here. Here's the chat box, and at the bottom down here, I'm writing, this is the chat box, and I'm going to send it to everyone. All right, and hopefully you can all see that. And what I'd like you to do now is to take about 5 or 10 minutes to actually write a pitch email for however millions of dollars that you want to raise, and pretend that you're actually writing one of these emails. Obviously, you don't need, 8 bullet points or a pitch deck or whatever, but I'd like you to put it in the chat box, and let's see what we can do. I can give you a little bit of feedback. So I'm going to be quiet for a little while here, and if you have any questions, just put them in the chat box, and we'll take it from there. I have you on mute just so there's no background noise problem, but of course if you want to speak, just let me know through the chat box and I'll unmute you and we can have a quick conversation. Okay, so everybody clear? Go ahead. I see. Okay, so all right, Dina, no problem, no problem. I understand. My goodness, it's very late for you to be in your office. No problem. And I want to say to everyone that if you are having trouble or you don't have time to do this, like Kwok, joined a little bit late, so she might not really know what we're doing at the moment. If you want to, feel free to send, if you want to do the email later and want some feedback, feel free to send it to LingoLearn, and they can send it on to me, and I can do a little look at it and send you back some feedback. I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, so guys, we're going to move on right now, and because it looks like some people can't or are not in the position to write a whole email at this time, but we'll carry on. And I just want to let you know that after the lesson, one, the lesson has been recorded, which is great, and secondly, you will get copies of these PDFs that you've been looking at, right? So it's not just what we did here today, and the wonderful people at LingoLearn will, get in touch with you about giving you the PDFs and all that good stuff. Right. Okay, so let's move on just a little bit, and I want to get away from what not to do and what to do. And I want to show you an actual sample that was used to raise several $1 million. Right? This is an example of a cold email that actually worked. And I want you to know that this email, it is out in the business world. It is not part of any kind of copyright thing. We are not infringing copyright. It's all good, and you're allowed to see this, and I'm allowed to use it, and so is LingoLearn. So don't worry about that. Okay, so here's an example. It starts out, hi Ted, right? And this is the guy who runs the venture capital company. He says, I hope you are having a fantastic day. All right, again, this is kind of in line with the type of business that this man is pitching for. It's a software app for people involved in extreme sports. Parasailing, kiteboarding, skydiving, snowboarding, this kind of like extreme stuff. He says, hi Ted, I hope you are having a fantastic day. My name is Nate, and I'm a co-founder at XS. That's the name of his company, and that's his role. Name, title, company. Very quick. He says, I am reaching out, this means I am contacting you, because you backed, meaning you gave money to, Miso Media, which I love, meaning, I don't know if he loves Miso Media or he loves the fact that you backed them, but anyway, whatever, it's a good thing. And I wanted to get your advice about our new company, since we have just opened our seed round. Now, this is very interesting. He's not asking for money right away. He's saying, I wanted some advice. Sometimes this is a very good way to do it, because maybe you know that I'm not sure if they'd be interested in our company, but maybe he knows somebody. This is when it's not an obvious yes or no fit. It's somewhere in the middle, right? I wanted to get your advice about our new company, since we have just opened our seed round, meaning we're looking for the money to seed the venture, and a round is a kind of period at which you are looking for money to back your business. And then he says, to thank you for your time, if you're interested in surfing, and you find yourself back in the San Francisco Bay Area, I'd love to give you a lesson. Ah, okay. So this guy, he's into surfing. He's really active. And he says, you know what, I'll give you a lesson, or more traditionally, buy you a cup of coffee, meaning I just want to sit down. I don't want the whole day with you, but I'd like to come to where you are, or if you're in this area, I'd like to sit down and meet with you. Very nice. It's something interesting. It's something unusual. It's not like, may I take you to lunch? May I take you to dinner? No, people can buy their own lunches, right? They can buy their own coffee. But a surfing lesson? Wow, that's unusual. He says, here we go. I know your time is really valuable. Ooh, so showing respect. So in the spirit of the 30-second pitch, which is very important, this is also called the elevator pitch, meaning you present your company in 30 seconds or less. Here's an overview of XS, right? And now he's like, okay, so what do we do? He says, XS is creating a mobile community for action sports enthusiasts. Aha! Our app, so that they make an app, is a place where people can view and share high-quality, user-generated and professional photos, videos. Okay, so it's like people don't want to scroll through YouTube and look at people's cats and their babies and their grandkids and, you know what I mean, funny animals doing things. It's just for this niche. They just want to see people doing extreme sports, jumping out of planes, climbing mountains, skiing down mountains, you know, this kind of stuff. He says, as we grow, we'll leverage user behavior and information to sell discounted sporting goods. Ah, okay, right. Extreme sports, videos, social communities, and discounts on products. Think Instagram/Pinterest meets Fab for sports. Oh, really good. So he's really talked about, you know, this is how you should think of it in your mind, right? So, and he uses existing models and business models to help the person kind of structure it, like, ah, I get it. So, for example, when we talked about that logistics delivery firm going across all of Africa, you could say, like, think of, you know, FedEx meets Africa meets Uber, because we use independent drivers instead of delivery vans, for example. And then look how he just finishes it up. He says, here's your pitch deck, here's your link. Then he has a 3-minute pitch video, and he has this, and I want to let you know, this is a great video. It's still up there. The pitch deck is not up there. I checked the other day. They've taken it down, I guess, because they've raised the money. But the video is up there. It's still on YouTube. It's really worth a watch. You see who Nate is, and they really they do a great job of demonstrating your company. And again, I would recommend that you, if you are really serious about putting together a VC pitch, do consider having a professionally done video that features some of the people in the company. Show them where you are, show them who you are, show them using the product. If it's appropriate to make it funny, make it funny, right? You want to make it stick in your mind. It's basically a commercial, a very targeted commercial, but it's definitely a commercial. Okay. So that's that, and I know, let's see, Ben, I just want to check. Okay, it's probably Tal at the end. Let's see. I'm just wondering, I'm looking at the time. I know that I want to leave about 5 or 10 minutes at the end, and I don't really want to start anything new right now. But I want to let you know that in the PDF that you're going to get, you're also going to get this bonus, which is how to write a business email. We've talked specifically about writing emails to make a cold VC pitch, but here you may want to look at this one for just writing business emails in general. Nowadays, the entire business world, especially the international business world, runs almost exclusively on emails. Yes, there's Skype. Yes, there's this and that. But look at us. One of us is in Sydney, and it's almost midnight. I'm in Las Vegas, and it's 6 in the morning. Realistically, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking to each other if we're doing business together, because we're both tired. I'm just waking up, and he should have been asleep 2 hours ago. It's just not going to happen. So with these kind of international business things and multiple countries and all this sort of stuff, business emails are so important. It's very important to be organized, clear, use good punctuation, good spelling. Use the support that's out there. Don't rely just on Google Translate, because it doesn't help you that much. It might help you for a word here and there, but really get professionals to look over your emails if they're incredibly important. Get native speakers. Spend that $5 to have something proofread and checked. It's really important. It will have a lot of impact on your bottom line as well. Okay, so we're up to about 10 minutes before, and I want to pass this over to, let's see, I see there's someone, oh good, I've got 5 more minutes. Awesome, okay, I've got 5 minutes, right, we're going to actually talk about this a little bit. Okay, so how to write a business email. Subject line, make it clear and complete. We've talked about, this will be somewhat repetitive. Example, here's a good example. Skype meeting regarding 2019 budget confirmed for Monday, July 16th at 1600 Eastern Standard Time. Right, you're just emailing them like, hey, we're going to have this meeting here, when, how, about this. Boom, right? Include the method, Skype, WebEx, telephone call, online chat, instant messaging, whatever you're doing, the date, the time zone. You want that in the subject line so they can see it right there. Don't make people open your email if they don't have to. Here's a bad example. Next week's meeting. What about it? When is it? How? Right? This makes your recipient open the email to get the details, which makes it even easier to overlook later on. They may not see it. They may delete it. They may think you were writing about something else. Don't do that. Your subject line is incredibly important, because it's in there with 400 emails about other things. It's got to be clear. Salutation. This is really about how you say hello, how do you start it out. Choose according to your relationship with the recipient. It's better to be more formal than informal. We talked about that. Always use the person's name. If you don't know the person's specific name, and this happens, sometimes websites are not that clear, you can't call, you know, whatever, use their title. For example, Dear University of Washington Director of Human Resources, comma, right? And always use a comma after the salutation. Your safest option is to say, you know, Dear Mr. Jones or Dear Bob, if it's the first name. Informal, hi Bob, hey Bob, like that pitch that we just saw. The body. This is the most important part of your email. It's best to first explain why you're sending this. Okay, hi Bob, I'm emailing you today to confirm our meeting on. Boom. Okay, confirmation. This is a reminder. I'm writing to let you know that a few things have changed in our specifications for, you know, I don't know, the fan, this fan that we don't want it black and gold, we want it green and gold, right? Or I just wanted to give you a heads up, that's a kind of an informal way of saying things, about the conference next week in Haifa. Right? Then you give the information. Just so you know, so-and-so is going to be there, and I thought you might want to bring along a copy of your new book. Right? Finally, you have your call to action. What do you want them to do? Now, since you are making a request, it's very important to use polite language. Sometimes it's just, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You're not really making a request, you're just saying, hey. Or, I'd be very grateful if you could get back to me with that information at your earliest convenience. This is a very polite way of saying, I need to know something, please tell me now. Right? So you don't want to say that, but you do it in this flowery way. Take your highlighter and highlight this because this is really, really helpful for you for all sorts of situations. What about you didn't really understand what they meant? So if you could clarify what you meant when you said blah, 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 in your last email, it would be very helpful. Okay, so you're letting them know. And then finally, please let me know how many people you expect to attend so I can make the arrangements. If you're asking people to do something for you, tell them why. Then it doesn't sound like an order, it sounds like that you are asking them for help. Okay, now we are up to 5 minutes before the end of the thing, and so I want to turn this over to Tal or Alon or a wonderful person from right. So I'm gonna turn this over to Tal from Lingo Learn, and
can you see me on the camera?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I can. Okay. I'll make you the presenter. How about that? Let's see.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's it. Yep.
But say your goodbye. So don't just.
Oh, okay. Okay. So everybody, thank you so much for participating. It's been a real pleasure. I wish this could be longer, but Tal will be telling you how we can continue. And I wish you the very best in your business or your school or whatever you're up to in life. So I hope our paths cross again. And I'll turn this over to Tal now.
Thank you.